One day I was on the sofa and my dad come home by 9 p.m. and I was like, where were you all day? And he said, I had 14 hours surgery. And I said, are you tired? And he said, yeah, but not too much because saving a person's lives gave me a lot of energy. And I thought, I get annoyed after 2 hours of school, and he doesn't get annoyed after 14 hours of what he does. I think do be a surgeon for money, it's really bad. You need to have feeling, be compassionate, because understand the situation and do what you do as soon as you know what to do. Because in front of you have a life, and you might save it or lose it. From the book Philosophy of Surgery by James Paget, there's a sentence who struck me, who said, the one who works with his hands is a craftsman. The one who works with his mind is a scientist. The one who works with his heart is an artist. But the one who works with all of these three is a surgeon. The first skill for being a surgeon is work with your hands. Your feelings, your feelings and thoughts work with your hands. If you let the emotion control you, they will lead you to be a failure. You need to be able to control yourself, or you mess it up. Imagine you in the ER, and there's a guy who maybe was trying to repair a shop, and he got hurt, and he is bleeding to death. And you may think a lot of things. It could be a dangerous guy, or it could be one of your friends, or maybe that it was just impressive see a Lex who's bleeding a lot. Why would you let your hand fail? There's a book from The Confession of Surgeon by Paul Ruggieri who say, why would you let your hand fail? You practice 12 years of your life and you keep practicing being a surgeon. And why would you let your hand fail just seeing a scene as soon as you don't like it? Your hands are a gift. You should not give them for granted. They are gifts because they can change something from ugly to wonderful. And you should never give up with your hands, because I've never seen a craftsman take a piece of wood and just say, I don't like it, I'm not going to work with it. They just work with it until they're good and they really functional. Your hands can do countless things, countless action every day. They can give you, a scholarship. They can give you a pass for a test. You can eat, you can write with them. Don't take it for granted, but think about them every day because they are one of the most important things in your life. The second skill is use your mind. Do you think a surgeon has to study for 12 years? No, it's not true, because they never stop studying. Every year there's millions of new techniques invented. And would you prefer have a new technique that is 5% rate of death or an old technique is 20% rate of death? I would prefer the surgeon who got the 5% rate of death. There's a book from the American College of Surgeons who say that when a patient gets well, his doctor feels really good. And you might also get some invention about the surgery. An example is my dad, that in the last 2 years I've been trying a new technique developed with zebrafish. And when he explained that to me, I was amazed. These techniques talk about is we are considering fish for cure demand. Pancreatic cancer is one of the most dangerous cancer in the world, and some of them they're not be cured because the surgeon doesn't really know what to do on them because there's thousands of technique on them. So with this technique, you take a piece of the cancer from the patient and you put it in zebrafish. A zebrafish is a special fish who reproduce himself really fast and it doesn't have immunity system. So after 1 day, you have like 40, 50 zebrafish with the same cancer of the patient. You create like 50 avatars of the patient, and then you can try 50 different techniques, and the one who works better you can try on the patient. And the rate of death for pancreatic tumor was 20%, and thanks to my dad is 12% now. Third skills is use your heart. don't look. It's awful when a doctor looks like a robot. If I would be a patient and a doctor would come into my room saying, talking about the surgery and taking just the test without talking to me and explaining and knowing me, I would be scared of it. And also, you would be a bad colleague because no one would like talk to you and no one would like stay near to you. Don't do it for money because it's horrible. There's a study from PubMed saying that 50% of your happiness is coming from your job. And if you want to be a surgeon to make money, you're going to work at 40, 50, or 60 years and for 8 hours a day, and 50% of your happiness is a lot. If you don't have them, you would be really sad. And also because if you focus on something that you love, money will arrive. In conclusion, the three main skills are user hand, user mind, and user heart. To make a perfect job every day and create a better environment to you and to the people close to you. Family and work is another topic to talk about, but the perfect example for me. It's my dad, that I can tell you that he loves surgery and he loves his family, and sometimes it's hard to him, but when he can make them fit together, it's a great person. And the use of clinical knowledge and technical skill combined with experience of dealing with a variety of people on a daily basis makes surgery a field that is challenging and satisfying. So, why would you try?